Hey everyone, it is 5 o'clock and it's Sunday, so it is time for So Sweet Sunday. Let's go ahead and share while everyone gets in here. We share the So Sweet Academy. It's so sweet to learn. I'm not lucky enough today to have them all in order. Brown. Girls Craft with Cricket. Free embroidery. Where'd you go? That one moved. My screen keeps moving, sorry. Embroidery, bows, vinyl, and more. Did they change their picture? Oh, I have to go back and share that one because I don't see it. Oh. I'm just taking my sweet time, aren't I? Gems, applique, teaspoon of sugar. I think that's all of them. I can't get one of them to come up. All right. In the meantime, how are you? Oh, here it is. I knew it was going to be there somewhere. There we go. Then I found the last one I was looking for. All right. So machine embroidery for beginners and embroidery, bows, vinyl, and more. There you go. All right. Who do we have here? Hey, Jamie. Oh, it's a lot of y'all here. 15 plus. Hey, Phyllis. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Starla. Y'all, why do I yell this every time? I don't know. My bad. Hey, Fanny. Hey, Susan. Hey, Sandy, and hey, Kim. Y'all, I yell a lot. I'm sorry. I'm just sitting up here yelling at you all. So, guess what we are going to make today? You saw the little thing that said tag your it. And I just realized that because I was going to do it on the multi-needle, but then I forgot I hadn't done it on the single needle in a long time. So let's save this on there. I hadn't done anything with my single needle machine on live on So Sweet Sunday in a couple weeks. And usually people remind me when it's been a while, i.e. Latasha. Okay, I think I saved it right. So, with that being said, we're going to do it on the single needle, okay? So, let's see, should I save that till the end? I think y'all already saw it. Oh, darn. Let's move this stuff out of the way. Because I didn't decide that until the very, very last minute, and my sewing table was completely full. Hey, Latasha, did you just hear me talking about you? I said that you were going to bust me out for not doing a single needle pretty soon here. Single needle project. All right, now what we're gonna do is, y'all know my hustle hat. Y'all know I love my hustle hat. But we're gonna do a tag. So, I usually put my business card as my hang tag. But I was like, you know what? Some of these brands have cute, like, cloth tags. So I want to be a cute cloth tag brander. So I'll make one. This one is not, I didn't use my brand colors or anything. Look at that. And the back is complete. Y'all, aren't y'all proud of me? The back is covered. Usually I have like raw edges on the back because I'm just kind of lazy sometimes. But the back is finished. I will show you all how to do that. And I will use my actual brand colors. But for this one, I just was doing a stitch out and I didn't want to change out all of my thread. So I did it all in gray, but I still like it. It's still cute. It's still cute or whatever. Hey, Tina. Hey, April. I feel like I'm forgetting something, y'all. So my logo, let's see. We'll go ahead and pick the colors out. I think I remember everybody else's brand colors and I write them down, but then when it comes to mine, I just wing it. Let's see. It's on the back of here. Yeah, that looks about right. And then the pink We gotta get a pink. Let's use a light pink. Or should we use a bright one? Let's use a light pink. We're gonna use a light pink. Hey Nina. Hey Ann. Did I already say hey to you, April? I'm not sure. Pretty sure this. If I didn't say hey to y'all, say hey to me and I'll say hey back. All right, and then we need a gray. Is that too dark? That might be too dark. That's too dark. Where's my lighter gray? I told y'all. See, I write everybody else's colors down, and I really don't want to stand up because my pants don't match today. Well, they match, but I don't. I'm trying to see them. Well, we might be using that dark gray. Or maybe this light gray. It might be too. I don't want to do too many light colors. Hey, Belle. Hey, Karen. And what else? What other color do we have? Y'all, it's my logo. I probably should know this. Sometimes I do white as that middle part. Let's do... I don't know. Let's do another pink. You think we can get away with it? You think this is enough pink? My phone's going dead. You think that's enough pink? Let's do the, we'll do the outside hearts in it. Y'all, listen, no thread left behind around here. We use down to the last bit. I play some thread roulette. Y'all know what thread roulette is? That's when you might have enough thread for the project and you might not. Okay? But I think it's enough because it's only going to be doing those little hearts there. You see that? Those little hearts that go around, that's the only thing that's going to be done. So we got enough. We have enough. So outside hearts, monogramming word. Ooh, I could have sworn I saw someone walk by. I'm home alone, y'all. Did y'all see my face? Whew, y'all almost saw me get out of here. I just gather myself for a second. Hearts, monogramming word, so sweet word, arrows. I think that's it. Let's see. I'm not doing this machine, but I'm looking so that I can see. Okay, hearts, arrows, monogramming word, so sweet. And then back to the... Okay, yep, we got it. All right, y'all ready? That was crazy, y'all. I could have sworn. It must... I don't know what it was. It must have been like a shadow. A shadow of what? That's what concerns me. All right, y'all got to excuse my little work area over there. We got a little carried away. Let's see. How can I do this? How do I usually do this? It's been a while since I've done the single needle, huh? Got a lot of junk back here. Okay. So we're going to first start off by, I hope this thing is still plugged. Yep. Powering up our machine. I'm going to go ahead and use the 4x4 today. Are y'all okay with that? Belle said she saw my face change. Y'all, listen. Y'all are about to see some smoke from me burning rubber getting out of here. Because I'm a scaredy cat. I'm just going to be... I'm gonna be honest, I'm a scaredy cat. Let me plug my phone in. Where is it? There we go. All right. So since we're gonna use that, let me tell you, we're gonna use, let's see if I can recycle some. I don't think I can. I was gonna try to recycle some stabilizer. I'm gonna use cutaway stabilizer because I want it to have some thickness to it. A little bit of thickness to the design. Hey Amelia. Hey Shauna. Hey Nina. All right. So Since we're gonna use a 4x4, we don't need too much here. Let's see. Let's just cut that off. And this design, Academy members, if y'all are here, we're gonna do the after stitch and I'll tell you how I came up with the design and what I did. This design cost me nothing extra. Not a penny was spent today. Not on this. I did go out and a penny was spent. Alright, so first we hooped it. That's it. Okay. Next, we're going to use some basting spray. Y'all, I had a headache this morning. I think it's because I used too much of this stuff in this small room area. Spray your hoop just a little bit. You don't have to. You could have hooped your design. Hooped your fabric. So I want to use this. Last time I used just regular, I don't even know what this is called, but is it like muslin or something like that? But this time I'm going to use this, and it's upholstery fabric. How do I know it's upholstery fabric? Because I upholstered my chair up front with it. And now I have nothing else to do with it, so I'm going to make a million tags. Anybody opposed to that? Huh? I didn't hear you. No? Okay. We'll go with it. Where's my scissors? Alright, hang in here with me. I promise this, y'all, this is a really quick. It was a lot faster on the multi-needle, mainly because we just go a lot faster on it and it stitches out. But it's going to be a really fast one here too. So don't worry. Don't you worry. Just going to cut just more. And I'm being wasteful. Okay, let's be honest. I'm being wasteful. I'm going to show the Academy another way afterwards of not to be wasteful. I'm just going to press it right down on there. That's it. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Aaliyah. Hey, Shirley. All right, and then let's grab our USB. We got to close out of this because we got to use our USB. That's what I use. It's about what's this one? This one's probably 3 gigs, but I started off with 4. Put it right into the side of your machine. Closer. I told y'all it's been a while since I did the single needle. How do I usually see it? I feel like y'all are so far away from it. That's an awesome way to use the rest of the fabric. Yes, Lasasha. Y'all know I love textures and I love because it gives it character. So anything that is going to constitute me using something over again, I'm gonna do it. Hey, Latoya. All right, now I'm going to go to the USB port, pull it up. It's going to take a minute because this is a 3 gig and I have quite a bit of stuff on here. So keep in mind, if you have anything above a 2 or a 3 gig and you have it full or a lot of stuff, it might take a while to pull your designs up. So for that reason, I always suggest a smaller gig. So you select it, hit set, and this is an overview. I go a lot more in detail in the Academy, but on So Sweet Sundays, we just hang out a lot, and I do an overview. Oh, it would be nice if y'all could see, huh? All right, so this we don't have to move it around much. The 4x4 hoop, it's calibrated for the machine, so just smack it on there. And I know for sure it's gonna fit because my design is only 2.5 by 2.5, well, 2.51. And then we're gonna go to end edit because I don't have to move it. I'm not moving it. I'm not doing a thing. Not a thing will be done. Then straight to embroidery. Look at how easy this is, y'all. I do usually change my tension. I've said this a million times. You don't have to, but when I first got this machine and I stitched out on it, my tension was horrible. I watched a YouTube video and the girl on there changed her tension to like 3.0 and it worked perfectly for her. I tried the same thing. It worked perfectly for me. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to ask why. Just go with it. All right, thread it. It's kind of hard to do this at this angle. And I got my, uh-oh, wait. Oh, come on now, where are you stuck on? Ooh, what is that? Oh, it's a piece of lint. Piece of lint. Yeah, why am I so jumpy today? That was a piece of lint on me and I thought it was like a little mosquito. Sheesh. All right, so we have all that down. Shantae says, I love projects with multiple textures. Yes, I love it, I love it, I love it. All right, it just went so fast for me. It's just like, are you sure this is it? All right, green means go. Let's go. Okay. All right, y'all, remember, we're praying for this little thread here. We're playing thread roulette. I knew I wasn't going crazy. There's a fly in here. Oh, that's probably what I saw. Do you do embroidery on hats? Is it easy? Is it Karimia? I actually just set up I don't know what to call it. Like a, I don't know. Well, long story short, I'm about to do a hat class course, hat tutorial thing on the single needle. I just set it up last night, and technically I guess I could drop the link in here, but to register and sign up for it, remind me, I'll do it at the end. But it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't sleep, so just went ahead and set that up. But it is very easy. Long story short, it is very easy, and I will show you all. All right, what's next? What's next? Next, we're gonna do that gold color for my, do y'all have logos? Who does not have a logo? Drop something in the chat there. If you do not have a logo, you want a logo, you need a logo, because guess what? A couple of my members, not everybody in this group, if you're watching this from It's So Sweet to Learn, not everyone in this group embroiders. Some people just come because, hey, they like to watch me act a fool. But no, seriously, some of my friends do logos and stuff, and I mean, if you need a logo and they can do it for you, why not? So, oh y'all, you know what? That color might be a little too light. We'll see. Denise needs a logo. So yeah, I'll tag a couple people that I know about it. They do charge now. I can't promise you what their price is gonna be, but a good logo is important. Who else is that? Tina needs a logo. Phyllis is working on a logo. Yes, Phyllis, I would like to see that logo really, really, really soon. What else? I think the first thing to do is just brainstorm. When you're thinking about a logo, that's what I did. My logo definitely means a lot. It kind of tells a story. And while we're stitching, I'll tell you what it means. So this is my logo. My whole part means something. With the logo, the arrows, I'm a Sagittarius. I was born November 26th on my mom's birthday. So that's what the arrows are for. I love hearts because my mom's maiden name was Love. So hearts represent love. So sweet. When I first started off, I used to package everything to look like cupcakes and candy and sweets and stuff, and I used to use like a coffee filter. I should go back to doing it. That was actually kind of cute. I don't know why I stopped, but I used to package it like cakes and cupcakes and diaper cakes and all that stuff. And one day I was in my kitchen and I prayed about it, and the word "so sweet" just came out, and I was like, oh, there you go. Thank you, God. That's my name, So Sweet. And and I went with it, and then I went with the long behind word monogramming. Some days when people can't spell monogramming, I'm like, ugh, why did I pick that part on there? But nonetheless, it describes what I do. And then it doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be pretty was born from one of these So Sweet Sunday live stitch outs. I was doing a onesie for my nephew. And I stitched it every bit of upside down. Okay. I came to the conclusion. Let's see, what's stitching next? We need gray. Came to the conclusion that he's not gonna know what's going on. And then I said, well, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be pretty. And from there, it just stuck. Y'all know what? I am gonna go to the darker gray because it's not gonna really show up with this light gray. So let's not just go to dark gray. Let's go all out. No. I'm kind of back, y'all. I'm still here. Let's use this one. Which one? Or this one? Which one's darker? Let's use that one. But yeah, that's what my logo stands for. I don't have the stand or anything. Where is it? Yes, I do. It's somewhere down there. It's with my other machine. But I'm still going to use it. And when I get ready for it, I'm just going to hold it and feed it through. Little hack I got here. Y'all know me. I like to make things easy. Peasy lemon squeezy. So it's not a long stitch out. There's like literally nothing wrong with you just holding it like that. All right, what are we doing next? Make sure we're doing the right one. All right. But Cynthia says, hello from Dayton, Ohio. Donna is from Crest Hill, Illinois, about 35 miles southwest of Chicago. I've been to Chicago twice. I like it. I just didn't like the pizza. It was so bready. Or what? I went to the place Giordano's, something like that. It was a nice place. I'm not a big bready pizza person. Howdy, Dawn. Run out of bobbin. I didn't check it before we started. But did I finish? Yeah, I think I finished describing you all about my logo. So everything about, oh, and then the last thing, it's circular because I don't know. Wait a minute. Because I'm big on symmetry. I have like a big thing with symmetry. Everything has to be symmetric in my world. Well, not everything, but I prefer for it to be. So, oh man. I probably should have changed that, done the color change so that I didn't have to go back and forth. Note to self, I will do the color change so that it does the other one. Oh, I can't because it stitches that down, huh? Oh well, you'll see. All right, next we're going to do light pink for the word so sweet. Y'all hang in here with me because when I tell you the end result is so cute and so worth it. All right, green means go. What'd I miss? Yes, been there, but today's day is there from Chicago. Hey, Tasha. Hey, Julie. Y'all, I think I might like the other color better. I mean, the other one better. The demo one that I did. We'll see though, we're not done yet. We're not going to judge a book by its cover. Tina, I'm making a hang tag for your merchandise. For your merch. missed some stuff up there? If you all are still there, hey Shell, hey Juanita, hey Wendy. Melissa, if you're still there, you said you love looking at my stash from my blanks. Oh my gosh. This stash has got to go. It's ridiculous. So I got those hanging, you see those little hanging things right there? I love them. I got them from Target. They hang off the side of your metal rack. And I just decided to put all my hats in it because I have a bunch of hats. What goes next? Oh, now we're back to the silver again. Sheesh. Who decided on these thread changes? Me. Ugh. Look at there. Look at me getting all spoiled with my multi-needle. I know y'all are like, girl, hush and just change your thread. I know. But at least I still show my single needle some love. I didn't leave it all high and dry because, you know, I told y'all about that time that I had to break this baby back out because my design would not fit on my multi-needle. Not my design, but my project. Hey, Margie. Terry says, hello from Kentucky. Donna said the video stopped. Did the video stop? Can y'all still see me? Can y'all, am I still there? Uh-oh. Nobody's talking. What color was next? We are back to my pink. I hope y'all are still there. Ugh. Okay, yeah, I'm still there. That might be... Donna, that might be yours. If so, go out and come back in. Try that. And I always forget to mention this in the beginning, but if you are watching on the replay, type in #replay so that I know you're here. I love to see when you all come in and you're watching it a couple days later and just catching up. And then also, lately, I have been good about uploading it onto YouTube. So, I have been getting random #replays on YouTube. That makes me so happy because YouTube is it's a little different beast for me. So, I love it. Joy said it stopped for a second, but I'm back. Okay, good. So I ran to the Dollar Tree before we started. I literally laid around the house until an hour before So Sweet Sunday and then got up and went to the Dollar Tree. And I love to walk around and just see, you know, what I can make out of stuff. That's like one of my favorite things to do. In my head, I'm always looking at blanks or stuff that has stuff on it and just either thinking of how I can recreate it or what I can do with it. So I saw a couple things today, but not much. Hey Angela, welcome. It was good talking to you the other day. Linda. Uh-oh, Linda. Linda said late again. See, I would have never noticed. You told on yourself. You're so honest. Okay. The next step is super duper easy. But I didn't join my thread, so I'm gonna have to keep pushing start. The next step, we're going to stitch the border, and then we're done. Then we'll have one more step. All right, almost forgot the one step. Now, next is a very important part. This is how we're going to cover it. That's what our back is looking like. It's a really, I downsized. This is not what my logo was actually digitized for, so that's why it's pulling in a little bit, and that's why you don't see much of the white, because I resized it. I don't resize it if you don't have to, because it will change the integrity of the design. Is that the right word? Now I'm going to cut a smaller piece, or another piece. It doesn't necessarily have to be a smaller piece. Not too small. You still want to have some over. You know what? Let's just not cut it. We just won't cut it because it doesn't make sense to cut. And overlap it over there. I'm just going to make sure my lines, because the fabric, you know, it has the lines going parallel and crisscross. And I'm going to put some basting spray on top of it and adhere this to the back. I'm going to do it to the back of my hoop. Okay, but I'm gonna do it away from my machine because I don't want to spray my machine. So right now in the background, I'm spraying, spray, and putting this down over top of it, right side outward. And I might do just a little bit more on the top here just to get my corners down. I don't usually like spraying it like this at such close proximity. What in the world? Y'all are loud over here. Let's turn the mute off of here. Mute that. All right. But I'm just spraying a little bit down just to hold my sides down, because my fabric pulled in a little bit. And then, okay. So we have, this is the front, and then the back, we adhered it to the back with the spray on. And what kind of basting spray? I use this right here. I use Spray and Bond. I don't know where I got this from. I think Tiffany may have gifted this to me, along with some water soluble topper. But I use this one, or I use the Dritz one. I'd show you, but it's way across the room, because before I got started, I threw everything off my table onto a chair. I am going to cut some of this off so it's not in the way. Y'all remember when I got my sewing room clean? That was fun for a little while. Then life happened. It's not too bad. My mom came in here the other day and was like, what happened to all your orders? It's like, I had to get them done, because my floor is usually full of boxes and stuff, or little piles of different stuff I need to get done. But it wasn't that day. But now it is. All right. Press her foot back down. What are you putting on the back of your design? I'm just putting the same exact fabric that I have on the front on the back. Okay, so wrong sides together, because we're not flipping it inside out. It's going to be wrong sides together. You will see how it comes together when I'm done. I promise. Hit go. Green means go. I'm using my big thread, so I'm holding it, because I don't know where my thing is. It might be underneath the table somewhere. You'll see that I almost got in trouble. I was holding it from that end, and there was no way that was going to come off. Hold on. Okay, someone said I keep thread. Oh, shoot. Okay, maybe that's better. I saw it freeze that time. I hope it's back. I hope it's back to stay. Someone let me know if I'm back. I just connected to my Wi-Fi. Hopefully that fixes it. I usually do pretty good and don't freeze up. Okay, I'm back. Whew. Y'all, that was like the longest couple minutes when I thought I was done. So typically, you know, you guys, you can use one of those tall things that just stand there to help your thread to stand up. Mine is across the room, so I'm just feeding it off as I go. Y'all know me, I improvise. Straighten up. It was looking a little cluttered down here. All right. It's just stopping in between each one because I didn't join the threads in Sew It Pro. And yes, Amelia, I'm using the big cones because I couldn't find the color that I wanted in the regular small cones. So typically there's a thing, it's like a stand that does like this. It does, where are you? Like this. Actually, you know what, I'll just do it. We have enough time. If I can find it. So this is the stand. It's my mom's. I took it from her house. And it just allows it to come off and over. And then that way you can use your bigger ones, your bigger spools. All right, one last corner and we're done. Hey, Nay. Hey, Miss Brenda. Almost done. This is the last corner. Victories within the mile. I think next time I'll use like a lighter color. We'll see. You know what? Let me not critique it so fast. It might come out cute. It might be cute or whatever. Why didn't I think of this before? Like I have my laptop pulled up and I'm watching and I'm seeing the comments as they come in and I'm able to see my live stream. Why didn't anybody tell me that? Nobody told me. Oh. Hey, Dad. Sharon, you gotta watch the replay. You said you're late, you gotta watch the replay. Last little piece is the little hole that's going to go around there. I'm going to attach it to my product. We're done. We did it. All right, lift. I usually like to lift from the back. Push it back. Push, push, push. All right, y'all, I must be real comfortable with you all because You are seeing all like my junk today. Hey, Peggy. Yes, Amelia. I'm glad you learned something new. That's my goal. I hope that every time someone is in my presence that they learn something, and vice versa, that I learn something from them. Uh-oh. I just dropped that on the floor. But this is what we have. Come back. Welcome back. All right. This is what we have here. So, you said Joyce. Joyce, what do you mean? What are you missing? You're missing us. I don't know. If you just came in, you're missing us stitching out our So Sweet Sunday. So you may have to go back and watch the replay, #replay, to see the whole thing. I'm just going to cut my jump stitches really quick. Are you new, Joyce? Is that what I can't? Is that why you asked what you were missing? If so, any of my newbies, make sure you type in #newbie or something just to let me know that you're new to me, to So Sweet Sunday. And then we can all say, hey. All right. And then I just cut the back off. Now we take our pinking shears. Is it Karima? I think I was trying to pronounce your name earlier. Welcome. Hey, Lynn. All right, so we take your pinking shears. Y'all, I got new scissors yesterday. It's not these, but I got some ones on the 60% off. And then just like we have on this one, we're going to cut the decorative edge around there. That one's already started fraying a little bit. We're going to cut the thing. Not new, just can't seem to get on time. You know. So it's 5 o'clock every Sunday, Eastern time. I think you can set an alert so that you get the notifications each time I come on. All right. And you see, I'm just kind of, I'm not going to go right up against it. I'm going to cut out a little bit. And I got to be quiet for this part because I'm a little picky about my cutting. My zigzags have to match up. I cannot stand zigzags that don't match up with pinking shears. Anybody else? Am I the only one? This is thick. Well, y'all, you know I love textures, but then I complain when it's like difficult. Goodness gracious. Yeah, I'm building some muscle over this one. Make sure I don't cut my web space on my fingers. Oh, it is beautiful. Such a beauty. Look at it, y'all. It's a hang tag. Okay, so the first one that I did the circle in the middle. See that? It's in the middle. This one is actually on the side. So I'm going to put it in the other side of the hat. Who moved it? There, here it is. Yes, see, Sharon said they must match. Thank you, Sharon. You understand me. So I'm going to take my tag gun. I used to work at Cato's, like back in the day, right after I graduated high school and I was in college and lived in Florida. I used to work at Cato's, and that was my favorite part of the job. Punching the tags on. And you see that hole right there? That's why we stitched that hole on. It's just a decorative way, and it just makes it look like it's supposed to be there. So you're not randomly sticking the plastic part through there. All right. So I'm going to go right through the middle of it. Sheesh. then into my hat. I put a tag on every single one of my hats. It's usually not this hard, but it's because my fabric is thicker. And booyah! We have a tag. So this is a little bigger. I'm going to get my logo probably redigitized so that it'll match on a smaller one. But my business card is a 2.5 by 2.5 square. So when I did it, at the, see that? The border, oh, wait, how do we do that? Okay, is it right side up? The border is at least 2.5 by 2.5. So if you want it to be the size of a business card, I got these from Vistaprint. If you want it to be the size of a business card, you want to make sure you have to adjust accordingly for the size. All right. So these are my hang tags. Do y'all have any quick questions? Because we're going to hop off here. If you're in the Academy, hashtag Academy. I'm going to hop in the Academy. I'm going to do a Zoom because I want to show you all how I actually came about doing all of this. I had my logo already. I didn't have to buy anything else, so I wanted to show you all how I did it. Okay. Everyone says nice, cute. Hey, Matt. Matt said dope. Joy said cute. Nay said, I remember that. What do you remember? I forgot. What did I just say? Latasha said super cute. Karima said love it. So, yeah. Thank you, Matt. Matt said, now see, that's cool, y'all. That's a lot coming from Matt because we go back and forth on stuff. He picks at me and I pick at him, so he thinks it's cool. How do I enter your Zoom? So, Karima, you have to be in the Academy. It is www.sosweetacademy.com/academy, or you can get to it from the regular Academy part. If you want to be a part of the Academy, you have to sign up and join the membership through there, and then you're entered into the Facebook Academy group. I hope that makes sense. But, woohoo! And I keep all the recordings in there, so if you ever miss something in the Academy, you have to go back. You can go back and watch it, same way you're doing other stuff. All right? We did a bomb. We did an awesome class, y'all. I had so much fun, and I watched the replay of Academy mock-ups. So we're getting ready for Black Friday. I hope y'all are too. Oh yeah, working at Cato's. You remember that? All right, you guys. So that's it. Do y'all have any other questions? Any quick questions I can answer for you all? Did I have anything else to tell you all? Oh, I did. Guess what? I did. Hello. I got this at the Dollar Tree. So I got this today because guess what else you can do? You can, this hole that I have stitched on, it's a little too small for this unless you have like maybe a embroidery, like the hand embroidery needle, and you can push it through there. Or you can use some of this, it says jute rope. I don't know. I got that from somewhere for $1 too. But you can use this to hang it on, and I have like little baby safety pins that I use sometimes. And it just makes it nicer than, because my handwriting is trash. It's horrible. I'll be the first to admit my handwriting is horrible. So I don't like to have to write stuff on. So it's cuter if I can print it and put it on there. So I got this from the Dollar Tree for $1. And it's like rope. It's cute. I have a lot of this that's in red, green, gold, and stuff like that because guess what? Guess what my favorite holiday is? Christmas. It's Christmas because I like to decorate my house, and I have everything, and I do all kind of random stuff. So that's it. That's all, says the clock on the wall. Hey, Ann. All right, everybody that's just not jumping in, make sure you watch the replay. Hashtag replay. This was the demo one that I did beforehand. I kind of like the demo one better. But then this is the actual one that I stitched out. And it just gives your design a special little, a little more of a flair. You can do any shape. And if you don't have a logo, we discussed that a few minutes ago. If you don't have a logo, you can put a little saying on it. Or, just your name, your business name until then. All right. So you guys, remember, it does not have to be perfect, but it has to be pretty. I hope I'm not frozen. Am I frozen? I hope I'm not frozen because nobody's been commenting or anything. Someone give me a heart if I'm, or a thumbs up or something. Don't give me a sad face. Don't give me that. But All right, well, I'm going to hop off and hop into the academy. Thank you, Elliot. Oh, okay, I'm not frozen. I was just rambling and nobody was saying anything. Okay. All right, y'all. I will see you all later, and I would love for everybody to join me in the academy. If you would like to, you have to join the academy at sosweetacademy.com/academy, and then we can all have more fun in there and stitch out on Zoom, because I would love for you all to be able to like talk, you know, have the whole conversation back and forth instead of me having to look back on here and see if you all are actually still there. So one day soon. All right. Remember, like I said a moment ago, it does not have to be perfect, but it has to be pretty. I will see you all next week, Sunday. Yes, I will be here. So yeah, I'll see you next week, 5 o'clock. All right. So everyone that says you all are having a difficult time remembering what time it is Eastern time. So just remember to adjust your local time to whatever the Eastern time is, and then you'll know what time I come on. And sometimes you'll get alerts. All right. See you later. Bye.